Well, hey there, YouTube. It's been quite some time. What's up? Good morning, guys. It is 2 days after the last time I attempted to film. So basically what happened in those 2 days is I couldn't find my camera charger anywhere. It eventually just like appeared in a drawer that I totally searched through like 15 times. But anyway, also I got sick, as you can hear maybe in my voice. I went down to visit Ross over the weekend in North Carolina. He's doing great, by the way, if you guys were wondering. And he was getting a little bit like of a cold or something when I left, so he sent me home with a nice little present. Thanks, Ross. I love you too, babe. But anyway, I need some Dayquil, so I'm gonna go buy Dayquil. I took off today. I had a couple clients, but I had to move it because I felt like death. Feeling slightly less like death, but I definitely needed the day off because of, as I will explain later in the video, rest is extremely important. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head to the pharmacy to get some Dayquil so that I can feel a little bit more human, and then we're going to get this day started. So I made some chicken overnight in the slow cooker. Ooh, it smells really good, I think. I can't really smell it, but I put some fresh basil, garlic powder, pepper, and lemon slices in there. Set it on low for 8 hours. So that should be nice and good and moist. I know that word is awful, but yeah. So what I'm going to do now before I go, I'm going to have my BPI Amino Strong. Now, this is a new product that they just came out with. It's GNC exclusive, I believe. So let me show you the nutrition facts. I really like this product. I don't know if you can, it's not going to probably zoom in. I mean, focus, whatever it's called. But I'll read it. It has a it has essential amino acids. It has 5 grams of essential amino acids, which is pretty good because muscle protein synthesis is best with 4 grams of leucine. It's got some leucine in there. That's like the top ingredient here. But the best part about it that I like is it also has creatine in it, so I can get my aminos and creatine all in the same little drink here. I like to take a pre-workout when I train because it also has citrulline for the pump and some beta for that focus. So on a non-training day, I take it on an empty stomach before I eat because that is what the instructions tell me to do. Plus that is just how it helps me focus a little bit, helps me feel a little bit better because I generally don't eat as soon as I get up, even on my rest days. On my training days, I train fasted, so the aminos is definitely like really helpful for me. But definitely recommend this product. It's watermelon freeze too, which I'm a fan of. And a lot of watermelon aminos taste like really sweet, but this is actually not that sweet because the creatine flavor kind of like balances everything out. So I'm going to put this in some water and we're going to get going. So I usually do it with about, when I train, I do it with like 10 ounces of water. Right now I'm going to probably do it with more like 12 or 16 just to get more water in. So it's at 10 right now. It's a simple addition. I'm going to estimate it because I can't see. Oh, that looks good. Yeah, it's about 16. Oh, damn, right on the money. So I also got this new half-gallon thing because it's a lot smaller and it also has a sippy cup top to make me feel like I'm 5 years old. So twist it with one hand. Skills. Don't add 1 scoop. All cinematic-like. For the gains. Woo. Funny story about this though. I brought it to North Carolina with me when I went to see Ross, and I was like, I don't want to put it in baggies because that would look really sketch, right? It'd look a lot like cocaine. Let's be honest, it's a white powder. So I just took the tub. But then I was like, you know, it's like a clear tub. Like, it still looks pretty damn sketchy. So actually, when I was going through Newark Airport to get to my flight to go to North Carolina, my bag was pulled aside and they had to check that. They like took it out, looked at me really, really strangely, but then they took testing paper and they were like, oh, okay, you're good. I was like, it's just my gains, guys. It's not my cocaine. I wouldn't bring my cocaine with me on a plane. I'm not an idiot. But I think the funniest part of that story is that I did have vanilla protein in little plastic baggies, like hidden inside the inside compartment of my bag. But they didn't see that. But if they did, it looked so much like cocaine. And it was like in a secret compartment. That would have been really bad. But off we go.
Sometimes we forget why we're here. It's easy to fall off track. These help us remember.
These battle scars don't look like they're faded, don't look like they're ever gone away. They ain't never gonna change. These battles.
Growing up, I had a dream, something no one else could see. Tell me what it means when your faith is falling beneath your knees and you can't breathe. Everything you see reminds you of what you're not or something you won't be. You gotta take what you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians, and when that's how we've been raised, society is getting...
I don't know if you guys can really fully see how beautiful this looks, but like the sun rays are like coming down onto the water and it looks really cool. And the water is super calm. Like it's almost like a lake. Look at this. I needed air. I feel like filled with phlegm and stuff, so I decided to walk the boardwalk route and take a little bit of the road less traveled. But it's not that bad out. It's probably like 60 degrees maybe, but I love this. So probably should go and get my day clothes now. I'm gonna go home and eat. Today is gonna be more like a full day of eating slash bulk update slash life update slash other things, I guess. It's just gonna be a lot of things mashed into one because I haven't done a vlog in a while and there's a lot to update you guys on. So we'll get into that a little bit later into the video. For now, I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna go home and eat meal one. Also, if you guys haven't listened to the new Chainsmokers album, Memories Do Not Open, I recommend it. It's amazing. I've been listening to it for like 3 days. So good. So I went to Dwayne Reed, got my Dayquil, got the shampoo, conditioner, and seltzer because when you go for one thing, you never get one thing. But basically, this is the 9/11 Memorial, so it's on the other side, so I live on a peninsula, so I just showed you the beach, so this is now the bay. I've done another video in this memorial. I think it was like the 9/11 memorial video, but now I'm gonna go home because I feel like crap. I'm gonna have breakfast because I'm starving at this point, and coffee. Much needed. Just got back. Gonna eat, but first, gotta clean these dishes. That's all me right there, guys. I eat a lot. So they're gonna be clean. It's magic! So many cups to choose from. Which one? I like this one. Ugh. I like this one. This is one my client got me, and it's nice and big. San Francisco. Starbucks I'm not a huge fan of, but my favorite is Stumpton Roasters coffee, which is the best coffee ever. But my converter to when you put ground coffee into a Keurig is currently out of commission. So we must use the Starbucks one. So I'll be using the new PE Science peanut butter cookie flavor in my oats this morning, which was one of the packages that I got 2 nights ago that conveniently my camera died while I was opening them. So I got this, I got shoes, and I got a new water bottle, which I already showed you in the video. So I'm gonna mix this into the oatmeal that I made last night. Let me go and get it from the fridge. Right here. So this is 70 grams of oats, cinnamon, stevia, pink Himalayan sea salt, and for some fats, I added a serving of the cinnamon raisin peanut butter company peanut butter. So the macros on these pretty standard for peanut butter. I think it's a little bit less fat than normal peanut butter. It has 11 grams of fat, 13 carbs, 6 protein. So, gonna mix all this up. But I'm just gonna show you the aftermath because I do way too many videos where it's like music plays in the background while I mix oats, but you know, I'm kind of over it. So, I'll just show you the aftermath. So here's the finished product. After I added the protein, I added 50 grams of blueberries and a chocolate rice cake all crumbled up, and I saved a piece for the top because aesthetics, right? So that's what we got going on. I'm just gonna brew my coffee, eat this up. Oh wait. There you go. Now it's perfect. I'm gonna eat this and then I'll see you guys after that. The best part of waking up is coffee in your cup, not Folgers, because Folgers is terrible coffee, but coffee. Alright, so now I'm gonna do just a smidge of a bulking update. I don't even remember like the last time that I kind of like told you guys what was going on as far as bulking, because again, it's been a pretty long time since I did a video. The last time I did a video was for the Arnold in Ohio, but before that, like, I don't even remember. So, like I was explaining, I think a couple nights ago in my clip, if my camera didn't die before I explained it, I've been extremely busy at work, and I know I say that every single time that I go a while without doing a video, but I've been going for a promotion at work, and fingers crossed things are looking pretty good, because I've been doing very well. So that's why I haven't really had time to do this YouTube thing, but I want to commit to at least one video a week. I'm gonna keep it realistic. So for now, that's kind of where I'm at. Bulking. So I started with Nick in May. It is now April. So it's been almost a year, and I started with him at 107 weight, and I this morning weighed in at 120.8. So that's pretty crazy, almost 15 pounds gained, and I feel so much better. Like, I can't even explain to you the strength I feel. I'm finally starting to really feel comfortable with everything, with the entire process and everything. So I know everybody's probably interested in what my macros are at right now, because my macros have been getting pretty high. So this week we actually just changed it. For a while it was sitting at 300 carb, 140 protein, and 100 fat, but we switched things up because the fats seem to get to my digestion a little bit and make me feel a little bit eh. So we switched it up to 400 carb, 140 protein, and 60 fat. So that's really, let me tell you, eating so many carbs is very hard. I've had to plan things. I mean, believe me, I enjoy it. Like last night I had like Kodiak cakes for my last meal, like bananas and peanut butter. It's awesome. But the energy that I feel is even better. So this bulk has been very long, but very, very much needed. I'd call it definitely an improvement season, because obviously my end goal is to compete. I do have a competition in mind that me and Nick have discussed. I'm not going to tell you guys about it until it is the time to prep, but fingers crossed that everything works out there, because if it does, then that'll be really awesome, because I'm ready to just do what I've always wanted to do, compete successfully the right way. And I just feel so much better as far as like mentally with my eating disorder. I feel like I'm less depressed, I'm happier overall, and my quality of life has just skyrocketed. So that's all I have right now for you guys as far as a bulking update, because really, again, nothing insanely different has happened, but I'm happy with where I'm at, and mentally I've never felt better. So that's really the biggest thing for me. Alright, so here's the chicken. It's all finished. I'm just gonna keep the basil and the lemon in there, kind of just to keep the flavor going. But yeah, you can see it's like I'm, look at that, fall apart tender, perfect chicken. And the flavor, it's gonna be insane with that basil and lemon. Oh, so good. Oh, that coffee was well needed, but I'm gonna leave this out to cool. And I'm gonna get some work done. I just started a new certification, let me show you guys. So I highly recommend, if you're a personal trainer, to continue getting education after your initial cert. I've collected, I think it's like 6 certifications since I've gotten my original NASM CPT 4 years ago. So now I'm finally getting the precision nutrition. So let me show you. Precision nutrition is definitely like one that you should add to your arsenal. So I got this big book, reading it. Look at how thick it is. Oh god. But basically the whole thing is online. You kind of do it at your own pace. But I'm going to try and get it done as quickly as possible because I don't like to leave things kind of hanging. So I'm going to do some studying for this, do some client work, and then I will update you when I'm at my next meal. It's whiteboard time. So I did buy this whiteboard for a specific purpose, to do more informational videos, because again, I have a lot of knowledge, I have a lot of education that I'd like to share with you guys. So today the topic is supplementation. Okay, so I really hope you guys can see the whiteboard, but I have this stacked on like a ton of boxes, so I hope it doesn't fall over too. So I guess we shall see. Okay, so the topic again, supplementation. Supplements. It's a huge thing in the fitness industry because it's glamorous, guys. A lot of people will go towards supplements just because of the shiny labels, because of the bodybuilders that are representing them on the box. They think that it's 100% needed to make any sort of progress in the gym. Now, let me talk to you guys a little bit. We're going to be talking about 3 subtopics when it comes to supplementation. Number 1, is it needed? I would say necessary, but I don't want to mess up the spelling. So, is supplementation necessary in order to make optimal progress in the gym? Number 2, which supplements are the most important? And in what dosages? And number 3, why? So, are they needed? Which ones? And why? Those are the 3 subtopics we will be discussing right now. Forgive me. Oh geez, it looks dirty. Okay. So, 1, is it necessary? I'm gonna simplify this for you guys. Now, no. Supplementation is not 100% necessary in order to make any sort of progress in the gym. Now, of course, it's going to give you a little bit of an extra edge, but I don't believe that somebody who, let's say we have Bob, number 1, subject A, and we have Ben, subject B. Bob takes everything legal, right? So he's taking his BCAAs, he's taking his pre-workout, he's taking his whey protein post-workout, he's taking fish oils, multivitamin, probiotics, all creatine, everything. B has nothing. Ben's poor. He can't afford all these supplements, right? He's a student. He wants to spend more money on whole food. Good job, Ben. You should be spending more money on whole food. Now, Bob, subject A, is not going to make more progress than Ben. Because really what it depends on is your intensity in the gym. You have to have intensity with a purpose. You have to rest and recover. And you have to have proper nutrition. Supplementation kind of is on the back end of all of that. If you don't train hard, if you don't have proper diet, and if you're not getting the rest you need, then supplementation isn't going to fix anything. It's going to be a tool you can use to add on to those 3 things. So that's the secret to the gains, my friends. The gains. The secret, like I just said, is rest being probably the most important thing. So rest and recovery falls under that. So certain supplements are going to help you recover. You're going to have your BCAAs to help you recover, your whey protein, your creatine, etc. and so forth. But again, not 100% necessary. I would, out of all these things, if you had to pick one, I would say creatine. No doubt. You don't need BCAAs, you don't need whey protein. It's better to get your protein from whole foods. Whey protein is cool for convenience, And I do use it a lot just because it's it's extremely convenient for me. I'm out of the house for 16 hours every single day. It's hard for me to cook so much chicken every single day. And it's also, if you break it down, it's going to be cheaper to get whole food. No doubt. Again, the convenience sake is like the only thing I would say for whey protein that is 100% necessary. If you need it for convenience, go for it, go do it. It's your own option, but whole food is definitely better in my opinion. Now, creatine, I would say definitely get that. 5 grams of creatine a day is going to help you improve strength, endurance. It's going to help you out. Your body makes creatine naturally, so don't be afraid of it. A lot of people, my mom being one of those people, says, oh my god, creatine, oh my god, it's like a scary supplement. No. Your body makes creatine. It's natural. You're good. Creatine is fine. Creatine is awesome. Please take creatine if you have to take anything. BCAAs, again, is just, I feel like BCAAs for me, I don't really see a difference if I'm taking it. Like, I'm not like, oh my god, I'm so much less sore. I really use BCAAs to get my water in. I sometimes struggle with drinking the gallon to gallon and a half of water a day that I need. So if I throw a scoop of BCAAs and a little bit of water, I feel a lot better about it. Okay? It makes me drink it faster, makes me enjoy it a little bit more, because sometimes plain old water can be a little bit, upsetting. Now, BCAAs, you can get that effect from recovery for the leucine that's in it, the essential amino acids, but again, whole food is the key here. Now, if I'm going to recommend any sort of supplementation, it's going to be more on the vitamins, minerals, etc. side of things. So the ones that I would recommend to a lot of people. Now, keep in mind, I deal with average gym goers because I work at a commercial gym. So the people that I'm going to be dealing with are people working 9-to-5 jobs, who aren't super bodybuilders, who aren't crazy into fitness, who really struggle with their nutrition and their diet, and struggle to even get into the gym in the first place. Now, these are the people who I'm going to recommend 100% a multivitamin to. Because the biggest thing I get when people come into the gym is, how's your diet? It's good. When they break it down, it's not so good. The thing is, they're eating good, but they're eating real good, if you know what I'm saying. They're eating too much, so their calorie intake is a little bit too much. That's usually the problem with people. They're eating more calories than they're burning, and that's just the law of thermodynamics. If you're eating more than you're putting out, it's going to be stored as fat. Most likely, unless you're intensely weight training, then some of it will be stored as muscle, but again, you're always going to have that storage of fat. That's just how our bodies work. That's how we worked back when we had not enough food in order to survive. That's just how we are as humans. So a multivitamin is going to help fill in the gaps of your nutrition. Even if you're getting enough that you think, our bodies don't always absorb everything that we put into it. So there's this thing we have, it's called a stomach. It's filled with hydrochloric acid. In order for our food to get to our intestines where all the nutrients get absorbed, it has to pass through the hydrochloric acid in the harsh environment of our stomach. So a lot of it is going to be incinerated in there, so you're not going to absorb everything once it gets to the small intestine. So again, multivitamin, fill in the gaps in nutrition. I don't currently take a multivitamin because I have an extreme surplus of calories. If I was in a deficit or even maintaining, I would totally go for the multivitamin. Number 2 is a fish oil. A fish oil, I would say to anybody, everybody in the world should be taking a fish oil. There's nothing bad about taking a fish oil, and it's just going to help you with cognitive benefits, with metabolism, lean muscle mass. It's going to help you feel better. It's going to help you look better because it helps with your skin, your nails, your hair. It helps with everything. So unless you're getting the recommended weekly dose of fatty fish, which most people aren't, let's be honest, who are living in America at least, maybe people who are living in like the Mediterranean, but you need your fish oil, all right? And again, I'll go right on back to my bud, creatine. I take 5 grams of creatine a day, not post-workout, pre-workout. I take it in the Amino Strong that I showed you guys earlier. That's what I take. I take a pre-workout because it helps with endurance and strength. It helps to replenish energy. There are so many equations I can share with you guys right now for creatine. Basically, it just helps you with the ADP, turns it back into ATP by adding that extra phosphate. So, that's what I recommend to you guys. Now, as far as whey protein, again, so many people tell me, do I need a protein? I need a protein. A lot of people get into the glamour of it, right? Like I said in the beginning, my brother is actually very guilty of this. When he gets into a workout program, the first thing that he wants is to get all the supplements. Focus on training hard, Focus on getting your rest and recovery and your proper nutrition. Supplements can come later. If you focus on those 3 things, that, my friends, is the secret to the gains. With a Z. With like 3 Z's, because that's how you spell gains. Hope you guys found this a little bit informative. I'm gonna get back to studying my nutrition. My precision nutrition. And I think I'm gonna end the video here. But if I don't, now I'm totally ending the video here because I want to make sure that I get this video up to you guys soon. So I find like there's a lot of important information in this video. Hope that you liked it. Please give me some feedback in the comments below what you want to see next on this informative whiteboard. And thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace.